Okay, what's going on, YouTube? It's Mickey. Welcome back to the workshop. Let's get into another video. Nothing crazy exciting today. Got a little bit of training footage for y'all. Probably do just a little bit of voice overlay or something over it, but nothing exciting, nothing heavy. Just got some blood in the muscle, did some movements I haven't been doing in a second, and it felt good, and just need to slowly get things going again because I am coming off of another break. What else is new? So that's the thing with fitness. It's a lifelong thing. It's not, at least if you do it the right way, nothing I'm doing, I guess I would say, is 100% right, but without drugs or whatever, I guess. But that's not even to say I don't do other stuff. That sounds stupid, but we'll get into that. But yeah, so it's been a bit of a break. I did the show. I can't even remember if it was September or October. I should have checked, but did the show. Was pretty disappointed because I really did feel like, I don't know, the win really, I didn't even have to win, but I felt like I needed a win per se, just with the year I was having last year and everything, and still kind of to this day going on. I would think I'd be done with it by now, but it's been still something continuing, and why y'all haven't seen that much content really. Part of it. Partly, I could be making content, and that's just on me, and I'm really going to try to do better because I feel like I am better, and I'm doing myself a disservice. But, yes. So basically, my sleep schedule was all over the place. I was working super, super early in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, coming home, sleeping, working another shift, and then staying up all night and rinse and repeat. So I had a weird sleep schedule. I was training, but I knew it wasn't sustainable. It just didn't feel right. I never felt like actually awake whenever I was awake. So after the show, I tried to take time, and because I don't really have a set schedule, I'm kind of just working based off of shifts that I can pick up. And it's not always exactly the same times every day, so it's hard for me to get into a routine. And while that is a struggle, it also has its benefits in the sense where if I finish a shift early, I still get paid for the amount that I picked the shift up for, things of that nature. If there's nothing there for me to do, I still get paid, and that's nice. And that doesn't typically happen with too many workplace scenarios. So, but yeah, I pretty much, after the show, I knew I wanted to take a little bit of a break because I was pushing it. I didn't really mean for it to continue this long per se, but so I did a few little sporadic workouts after, and then tried to fix my sleep schedule, go to bed at regular times, wake up at regular times, try and see what shifts I could get within those parameters, and still try to make enough money. And in order to do that, I did kind of cut out my training because for me, if I'm not there for like at least an hour, hour and a half, I feel like I didn't really do anything, whenever I really know that that's not the case, and I could get by doing maintenance workouts and not going crazy balls to the wall all the time. But that's something that's difficult for me, and something I also need to work on along with other things. And yeah, I don't always have to beat myself up in the gym, and I'm not always there to beat myself up, but I need to know that I'm still taking a break when I'm not, feeling like I'm actually training, I guess. And some of y'all out there probably know exactly what I mean. Some of y'all might be a little confused, but I could have done more. And now some weeks, like I said, my biggest thing's always been eating. I never eat enough, it feels, and I'm built like a gosh darn furnace, and it sucks because I got this Whoop thing. It says I burn anywhere from like 35 to 4,000 calories a day, typically on average, which may not sound like a crazy amount, but I'm really not eating that almost every day. And especially with clean food, trying to make most of my own food, budget boy options. And I do like to eat out. I wish I could eat out more. It's definitely easy to bulk when you eat out a lot, but maintaining a kitchen, keeping a clean kitchen, cooking all the meals for myself every day, all the time. It's just, I get up. Some people can do it, and I feel like I can do it. I'm just having a difficult time, and that's really all to say. And everybody has difficult times, and that's what I feel a lot of people don't get behind this, because some people, they still look at me and they can tell I've lost weight, but I still look okay. And even though I did take the whole long break, like, yes, I've been lazy, but at the same time, I still got my dog, so I still walk my dog every day. And I did kind of direct a good bit of focus and attention to disc golf here as of late, just because, I don't know, I was tired of not being very good for being able to say I've been playing for at least like 10 years. I feel like I was still playing at a relatively amateur level, and if I wanted to be good and not hurt myself, I needed to take a little bit of time off. But I probably didn't really need to, but it's hard to play when you're sore, but it's possible. So it's just, I wanted to downsize a little bit and just work on my flexibility. That way I didn't feel like I was going to tear my biceps off. Now, I still feel like that's the case, just because I wasn't eating enough. And then my hydration, I've been getting better with it again, but for a pretty extended period of time was not doing as well. So I don't know. And then I also, I have aches and pains, and so it also makes me put a lot of aches and pains in my head. So I don't know if it's really a thing, but here as of late, I either strained my pec or my bicep, one of the two, with the dog. Somebody was teasing her with a cheeseburger, and she's a very well-behaved dog, but she still lunged towards the cheeseburger, and I went and grabbed her collar, and it kind of yanked on me pretty good. It could be nothing, but just a little tender in a really extended stretch. But it's probably fine. I don't think I've had any full tears or anything, but my biceps have been sensitive now for a couple years. I really blame that mostly due to years of dehydration, so that's always something I can come to improve. And yeah, I'm just not perfect, and nobody's perfect, and we try, and then roadblocks come in the way, and it's difficult. And what we do with those roadblocks is what makes us as people. And I have been working my ass off, and I'm still struggling financially, though I could also be looking for different opportunities. I could be working more. I could be working out, which is something I haven't been doing and I care deeply about. And like I said, I've been devoting time to disc golf, but that because sometimes bodybuilding does get in my head, just because I do kind of have a certain standard for myself. And with that, I don't want to suck, but it's like I don't have a standard set in place. So it's kind of liberating in that sense. But I don't want to be a skinny bitch. That's not me. That is me. I've always been that, but that's always why I've not wanted to not be that. So It's time to change some things, but still work is hard. I don't know. I do want to seek help, but it's like at the same time I don't feel like I have time for help. And then it's like if I'm struggling financially, I don't have the means for help. And then it's like, do I really need help, or is it just me? Who's to say? So I really hope I don't make this video and then fizzle out and dud out. I mean, I'm not going to do a crazy amount of editing. As y'all know, it's probably just going to be me clipping some stuff together and then playing this all throughout the beginning. And hopefully I should have kind of written maybe some stuff down so I could just talk about things strategically. But realistically, like, the point of the channel, the Mickey's Workshop, I'm Mickey. This is my workshop, focused toward building my body, building myself, building my mind, and whatever else I feel like that entails. So why not share that experience? And it's just been tough. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like I do definitely feel like I need to take a break from social media. Not, like, of course not from posting. I've already been doing that. I haven't posted in a minute. But from absorbing media. I've been doing a lot of time on Instagram lately, which is not usual. I do watch a lot of YouTube, but I can typically keep myself pretty productive while doing it. But here lately, I find myself just vegging out watching. So gonna try not to do that, focus on that, and just focus on myself. And I feel like that'll help. But it sucks not having money. And I have things, and of course I buy things and I spend money how I should, and I'm not perfect, but I don't know. Getting fired from a restaurant shouldn't have made things so hard, and I just really don't want to go back to a restaurant, and I'm not really qualified to do a whole lot, at least starting base pay, comparatively to what I was making at a restaurant. So I was just making decent money for what I was qualified to do. And I don't know, I've thought about training people, and it's not something I really like. I still just see myself as an athlete and don't really see training people, but it very well could be a possibility in the future. I really am only getting older. I'm 26 now, and that really blows my mind, and I'm just not where I want to be. And before this year, I felt like I wasted the year before that. So it's time to fix it. Time to quit being a little bitch and get my shit together. I just commend the people that it seems like they have all the energy in the world. And I've had times where I felt like that. Just not right now. But I have to fake it. Try as hard as I can. Even today was pretty lazy. But it's a cold day in Texas. And that doesn't happen often. And technically I haven't had a day off in a minute. Even though, there was a day where I probably worked like maybe just 2 hours. But still, it's nice to be forced to take a couple days off. So, yeah. With that, let's move on to the training footage. Let's move on to rebuilding the foundation of the workshop. And that starts with my body. And then it'll progress into my mind. But get ready. Big things happen in 2023. I don't know yet, but I feel like this is just the beginning. And I hope y'all enjoyed the nice little bit of vulnerability. Even though I feel like I really just kind of talked in circles and was pretty vague about things. But, yeah. Life, y'all. Life. It's worth living. So, let's live the life we want to live. And that starts with this. And I've been wanting to make content for so long. I'm just not very good at it. And that's discouraging. But the only way you get good at it is by doing it. And yeah. So I just got to do it. And I got to keep my apartment clean enough for y'all to want to be able to see stuff in the background. I don't know how some people are so tidy, but I try. I feel like I'm clean for a 26-year-old man that lives alone. But then I see some people and they're very, very clean. But I at least meet the standard. There's dishes in the sink right now, but they wouldn't be there if I knew you were coming. But yeah, stay tuned and get ready for some awesome content. That was so cringy.